6, sir.
But how do you know? Say, what is the formula of 1-butene? C4H8. You write like this. But how do you know 1-butene is C4H8? How do I know glucose is C6H12O6? Somebody says, can you name this compound, sir? (177) trimethyl bicyclo. 2,2,1. Hept 2,1. It is a bicyclo 2,2,1. 177. This is 177 trimethyl bicyclo 2,2,1. Hept 2,1. It is commonly known as camphor. You know what is camphor? You know what is camphor, sir? Hello. What is camphor? Why did you use?
Good morning, sir.
You know what is good morning? What is camphor? Do you know or don't you know? You know or you don't know, sir? Camphor. Karpur.
Don't know, sir.
Some 15 days back or 20 days back. 20 days back, I happened to meet one Hakim. You know who is Hakim?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He is a very nice gentleman. He spoke to me and he told me, sir, you take camphor, Azman ka fool, or Pudina ka fool. Azman ka fool is available in Ayurvedic shops as white crystals. Pudina ka fool available as white crystals. You know, camphor is available as white solid. He said, you please mix these three solids. Immediately it will become liquid. That liquid, if you add 1 drop in boiling water and take steam, that steam will prevent formation of the lungs complaint. You will not get lungs problem even when you have COVID. In COVID, one problem is you get a lot of chest complaint and that can lead to death also. But this Hakim is a nice man. He told me this formula. Azman ka फूल and पुदीना का फूल और कैम्फर 3 सॉलिड लेके आप इसको मिक्स करेगा तो अचानक सॉलिड लिक्विड हो जाएगा. ये लिक्विड 1 ड्रॉप उबले पानी में डालकर उसको जो वेपर्स आएगा उसको लेना हर दिन 3-4 बार. And really it helped me. And in chemistry, camphor is 177 trimethyl bicyclo 2,2,1 heptane 2,1. But my problem is, how do you know that this formula glucose is C6H12O6? How do you know butene is C4H8? How do I know formula of a compound? Glucose looks like a white, sweet solid. But how to know formula? Can you tell me how? Hello? Today we are going to learn that. First, scientists will find out what elements are there in a given compound. in a given compound. Do you remember lesson test? Do you remember, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
In lesson test, you will be knowing whether the organic compound has nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, bromine, iodine, phosphorus, etc. The elements present in an organic compound can be simply you can find out by simple experiments. If the organic compound is heated with copper oxide, if the organic compound has carbon, carbon will become carbon dioxide. How do you know that I got carbon dioxide?
Lime water turns milky white.
Yes, sir. Lime water, when passed to carbon dioxide, turns milky. So this proves that the organic compound has carbon. Unless it has carbon, you don't get carbon dioxide. When the organic compound, you take some W grams of organic compound, you heat with copper oxide. If the organic compound has carbon, automatically you get carbon dioxide that turns lime water milky. If the organic compound has hydrogen, hydrogen will become H2O. When you are heating with copper oxide, it offers oxygen. That oxygen combines with hydrogen of organic compound to give water. How do you know you got water vapor?
Pass through anhydrous copper sulfate, it
If
turns
you
into
pass
blue
it
color.
through anhydrous copper sulfate, which is white in color, automatically it becomes blue color CuSO4 5H2O. That proves that water is liberated. Now, sir, you take W grams of organic compound and just heat it with copper oxide. What all CO2 you got, you just expose it to KOH. KOH will absorb CO2. Increase in the weight of KOH is weight of CO2. How much CO2 you got? Let us suppose you got 8 grams CO2. And what all water vapor has come out? You expose it to copper sulfate, increase in the weight of copper sulfate, let us suppose B grams indicate weight of water. Now from W grams of organic compound, you got A grams CO2, B grams H2. Are we very clear, sir? Hello? From W grams organic compound, I got A grams CO2, B grams H2O. Sir, CO2 molecular weight is 12 plus 2 into 16, 44. Do you know the molecular weight of CO2 is 44 grams per mole? Do we know?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 12 grams of carbon is there in 44 grams CO2. But how much carbon is there in 8 grams CO2? I got 8 grams CO2. This much carbon is there in W grams of organic compound. 100 grams has how much? This is called a percentage of carbon. So this is the way to find the percentage of carbon present in an organic compound. Have you seen it clearly? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, you got how many grams of water, sir? Sir, I can mute you, but I don't want to mute you. Please kindly cooperate, sir. I appeal you.
Muhammad, please mute your mic.
No, I don't want to mute you. I want you to speak. So kindly cooperate. Please let us talk together. You see, it is insulting to mute students. I don't want to insult my students. I want to respect them. Please kindly maintain silence, sir. Sir, from W grams of organic compound, you got B grams of water. You know water molecular formula H2O. 2 plus 16 is equal to 18. Molecular weight of water is 18, sir. You know 2 grams of hydrogen is there in 18 grams of water. Now you got B grams of water from 80 W grams of organic compound. So 2 grams of hydrogen is there in 18 grams of water. B grams of water has how much hydrogen? That much hydrogen is there in W grams of organic compound. 100 grams has how much? It is called
Sir, this is percentage, no sir?
So I am trying to find the percentage of hydrogen. What are the 3 steps I have? I have taken W grams of organic compound heated with copper oxide. What all carbon it has became CO2, B gram CO2. What all hydrogen it has became, say, B grams of water. A gram CO2, B grams water. Percentage of carbon I could find. What is the formula for percentage of carbon, sir? 12 grams of carbon is there in 44 grams CO2. A grams CO2 has how much carbon? Which is there in W grams of organic compound into 100. Similarly, percentage of hydrogen. 2 grams of hydrogen is there in 18 grams of water. B grams of water has how much hydrogen? This is there in W grams of organic compound into 100. Yes, sir? Is it easy or not?
Yes, sir.
Easy, sir.
Now let us see. When the organic compound W grams is heated with copper oxide, carbon became CO2, hydrogen became H2O. What all nitrogen it has become N2 gas. The volume of nitrogen gas is measured using nitrometer.
Sir, our portion.
Just don't worry about portion. Just ignore it. Ignore about exams. Ignore about marks. Let us try to understand what we are doing. We are trying to understand how to find a percentage of different elements present in organic compounds. If I know percentage of each element, if I know molecular weight of organic compound, using these two informations, I will find the empirical formula and molecular formula of organic compound. My interest is to know how to find molecular formula of organic compound. To know molecular formula of organic compound, first I should know what elements are there in organic compound. Then I should know what is the percentage of each element present in organic compound. Then I should know what is the molecular weight of organic compound. From this information, percentage of each element, molecular weight of organic compound, I can find empirical formula and molecular formula, step by step. So my ultimate job is to know molecular formula. First, I am trying to find a percentage of each element. The method used to find the percentage of carbon and hydrogen is called Liebig's method. In the Liebig's method, organic compound is heated with copper oxide and the weight of carbon dioxide produced is measured. Weight of H2O produced is measured. From this, you find percentage of carbon and percentage of hydrogen. This method is called Liebig's method. Similarly, percentage of nitrogen is measured again by heating with copper oxide. Using nitrometer, you measure volume of nitrogen you got. This method is called Dumas method. What is the purpose of Dumas method? To find the percentage of nitrogen as N2 gas. How can I get nitrogen from organic compound? If the organic compound has nitrogen, on heating it with copper oxide, I get N2 gas. How do I measure the volume of nitrogen? Using nitrometer. At a laboratory temperature T1, at a laboratory pressure P1, I got volume of nitrogen as V1. I convert this volume into volume of nitrogen gas at a standard temperature 273 K at a standard pressure 1 atmosphere or 101.3 kilopascals. The 101.3 kilopascals or 1 atmosphere is called standard pressure. 273 K is called standard temperature. I try to find the volume at STP condition using formula P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So I am trying to find the volume of nitrogen gas released from W grams of organic compound at STP. Why? Because I know at STP, 28 grams of nitrogen always occupies 22,400 cc. I got VCC of nitrogen gas at STP out of W grams of organic compound. 100 grams has how much? This gives me percentage of nitrogen. So how can I find percentage of nitrogen, sir? Take W grams of organic compound, heat with copper oxide. What all nitrogen it has become N2 gas. I measure the volume of nitrogen gas at laboratory condition of temperature and pressure using nitrometer. Then I use the formula P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 to find the volume at STP. At STP, always 28 grams of nitrogen corresponds to 22,400 cc. I got VCC of nitrogen. So the weight of nitrogen in VCC is 28 by 22,400 into V. This is the weight of nitrogen present in double grams of organic compound. 100 grams has how much? This is the formula for finding percentage of nitrogen in a due mass method. Question. What is Liebig's method? It is a method to find percentage of carbon and hydrogen.
Carbon and hydrogen.
What is done in Liebig's method? W grams of organic compound is heated with copper oxide. What happens to carbon? It becomes carbon dioxide. What happens to hydrogen? It becomes H2O. What is the formula to find percentage of carbon? Formula is 12 by 44 into weight of carbon dioxide I got divided by weight of organic compound into 100. What is the formula to find percentage of hydrogen? 2 by 18 into weight of water I got divided by weight of organic
How to
compound.
find how much weight of carbon we got?
You will find the weight of carbon dioxide you got. You know 12 grams of carbon is there in 44 grams of carbon dioxide. A grams of carbon dioxide has how much? 12 by 44 into A will give me weight of carbon. This is the weight of carbon present in W grams of organic compound. 100 grams has how much? This will give me percentage of carbon. 12 by 44 into weight of CO2 by weight of organic compound into 100 will give me percentage of carbon. Similarly, 2 by 18 into weight of water by weight of organic compound into 100 will give me percentage of hydrogen. So I am trying to find percentage of carbon, percentage of hydrogen. Are we very clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, 12 by 44 into A will give me weight of carbon. I don't want weight of carbon. I want percentage of carbon. 2 by 18 into weight of water will give me weight of hydrogen. But I don't want weight of hydrogen. I want percentage of hydrogen. Similarly, 28 by 22,400 into volume of nitrogen gas I got divided by weight of organic compound into 100 will give me percentage of nitrogen in Jomas method. There is another interesting method called Geldahl's method. Geldahl's method is also used to find the percentage of nitrogen. In Geldahl method, organic compound W grams is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid, H2SO4. When you are heating with copper H2SO4, you add a little bit copper sulfate and sodium hydrogen sulfate also. Your idea is all nitrogen of organic compound are heating with sulfuric acid will be converted to ammonium sulfate. Why are you adding copper sulfate and sodium hydrogen sulfate? To increase the boiling point of sulfuric acid so that all nitrogen happily become ammonium sulfate. So in Jaldal method, nitrogen of organic compound is converted into ammonium sulfate. How it is converted? By heating with H2SO4. How long I have to heat? 6 to 10 hours. What acid I should use? Concentrated sulfuric acid. So all the organic compound will become a white mass after 10 hours. All the nitrogen will become ammonium sulfate. Now, this ammonium sulfate which you got as a white mass is added with excess of KOH. When ammonium sulfate reacts with KOH, all ammonia becomes ammonia gas. This ammonia gas is reacted with a known volume of acid of known molarity. So volume of the acid and the molarity of the acid into basicity of the acid will tell me what amount of ammonia has come. So percentage of nitrogen in Jaldal is equal to 1.4 into volume of the acid required to neutralize ammonia into molarity of acid required to neutralize ammonia into basicity of the acid used divided by weight of organic.
Sir, basicity means?
Basicity means H2SO4 is an acid. Each acid molecule can give 2H plus. So basicity of sulfuric acid is 2. Basicity of phosphoric acid is 3. By basicity, we mean how many H plus are given by an acid. Molecule of acid, how many H plus it is giving is indicated by basicity. Sometimes basicity is also called N factor. Therefore, the formula to know percentage of nitrogen is 1.4 into volume of acid required to neutralize ammonia into molarity of the acid required to neutralize ammonia into basicity. In fact, the molarity into basicity corresponds to normality. Therefore, simply we can say percentage of nitrogen is equal to 1.4 into volume of acid needed into normality of acid by weight of organic. 1.4 non-vegetarian by weight. 1.4 non-vegetarian by weight is formula to know percentage of nitrogen. What do you mean by non-vegetarian? N means normality, which is molarity.
Sir, here W is weight of ammonia, no sir?
Weight of organic compound. You don't have to bother about weight of ammonia at all. Simply allow ammonia to come out and react with acid. You should know what is the volume of acid required to neutralize and what is its normality. Normality of acid is nothing but molarity into basicity. So the formula to know percentage of nitrogen in Jaldal is 1.4 mVb by W or 1.4 into NV by W. Here M means molarity, V means volume of acid, B means basicity. MB is nothing but normality. So 1.4 into normality into volume of acid required to neutralize ammonia by weight of organic compound. How you got this? It requires another 2 hours explanation. That is required for IIT Advanced and Mains. This method of finding percentage of nitrogen in Jaldal is sometimes called back titration. I will be explaining you back titration when we have a lot of time. But at the moment, for your IIT mains and board exam, simply this formula is enough. Percentage of question. What is Jaldal method? It is a method to find percentage of nitrogen in organic compound. In Jaldal method, how nitrogen is converted? Nitrogen is converted to ammonia. How the amount of ammonia liberated is estimated? By reacting it with acid of known concentration. What is that reaction of acid of known concentration with ammonia is known as? It is known as titration. What is the right formula to know percentage of nitrogen in Jaldal? 1.4 MVB by W, where M is the molarity of acid that neutralizes ammonia, V is the volume of acid that neutralizes ammonia, B is basicity of acid, W is weight of organic compound. What do you get by multiplying molarity with basicity? By multiplying molarity with basicity, I get what is called normality. What do you mean by molarity and normality? These are the methods to express concentrations of solutions. How do you get a molar solution? I get a molar solution by dissolving 1 mole of any given compound in 1 liter. How do you get one normal solution? I get one normal solution by dissolving 1 equivalent weight of any compound in 1 liter water. What do you mean by equivalent weight of an acid? Equivalent weight of acid is molecular weight of acid divided by basicity. What do you mean by basicity? How many H plus ions I get per molecule of acid? What is basicity of sulfuric acid H2SO4? 2. What is basicity of hydrochloric acid HCl? Only 1. What is the basicity of phosphoric acid H3PO4? That is 3. So, what is the formula to find the percentage of nitrogen in Jaldal? 1.4 NV by W or 1.4 MVB by W. Can Jaldal method be applied to all organic compounds that have nitrogen? No. The organic compounds which have nitrogen as a part of ring, as in pyrrole or pyridine, where nitrogen is a part of ring, cannot be estimated using Jaldal method. Also, compounds which have nitro group like nitrobenzene cannot undergo Jaldal method. Also, compounds which have N double bond N like azobenzene cannot be used for Jaldal method. In Jaldal method, you cannot convert nitrogen of compounds which have nitrogen in ring system, compounds which have nitro group, compounds which have azo group cannot be completely converted into ammonia. Here, nitrogen will become a partly N2 gas. Therefore, Jaldal method is unfit for compounds which have nitrogen as a part of ring like pyrrole, pyridine, quinoline, nitro compounds and azo compounds. For these compounds, you have to go only for Dumas method where nitrogen is converted to N2 gas. What is Jaldal method? It is a method where nitrogen is converted to ammonia. It is easy method. So these are the methods to find a percentage of carbon, percentage of hydrogen, percentage of nitrogen. Now, if your organic compound has Cl, Br or I called halogens, you take W grams of organic compound, react with concentrated nitric acid in a long glass tube called Carius tube. So the method of estimating them is called Carius method. Here, the organic compound W grams is digested with concentrated nitric acid. If the organic compound has Cl, it will become hydrochloric acid. If it has Br, it will become HBr, hydrochromic acid. If it has iodine, it will become HA, hydroiodic acid. Then you will add some amount of silver nitrate. All the Cl which is there in organic compound become white AgCl precipitate. If it has Br, it will become light yellow AgBr precipitate. If it has iodine, it will become yellow silver iodide. So you try to convert the halogen into silver halide in Carius method. Now suppose W grams of organic compound gave D grams of AgCl or E grams of AgBr or F grams of AgI. Now the percentage of chlorine is equal to, AgCl molecular weight, Ag is 108, Cl is 35.5. 143.5 grams per mole is molecular weight of AgCl. AgBr molecular weight 108 plus 80. 188 grams per mole is molecular weight of HBr. AgI molecular weight 108 is silver, 127 is iodine. It is 235, right? Grams per mole. Now, W grams of organic compound gave D grams of AgCl. Suppose. Now, percentage of Cl is equal to, 35.5 grams of Cl is there in 143.5 grams of AgCl. D grams of AgCl you got out of W grams of organic compound. 100 has how much? So percentage of chlorine is equal to 35.5 by 143.5 into D by W into 100. Can you say what is the formula to find percentage of Br, sir? Hello? What is the formula to find percentage of Br? Please remember, you got D grams AgCl, molecular weight 143.5. You got E grams AgBr, molecular weight is how much, sir? 188. You got F grams of AgI, molecular weight is 235. You know Cl is 35.5, Br is 80, iodine is 127. Now, what is the formula to find percentage of Br, sir? Can you work out?
80 by
Hello?
188 into D by weight of organic compound into 100.
Excellent, wonderful, congratulations. You have understood the pattern. What is the formula for percentage of iodine, sir?
127 by 235 into D divided by weight of organic compound into 100.
Excellent. So this method is called Carrier's method. Similarly, the sulfur of organic compound or W grams of organic compound is treated with concentrated nitric acid. The sulfur will become H2SO4 and then it is treated with barium chloride to give barium sulfate. At the end, all the sulfur of organic compound is converted to barium sulfate, whose molecular weight is say 233, out of which there is one sulfur, atomic weight 32. Suppose you got G grams of barium sulfate from W grams organic compound. Percentage of sulfur is equal to, what is the formula, sir?
32 by 233 into D by weight of organic compound into 100.
Fantastic. Similarly, the phosphorus present in organic compound is converted to Mg2P2O7, magnesium pyrophosphate, or another compound called ammonium phosphomolybdate. Whose formula is ammonium phosphate 12MOO3, whose molecular weight is 1877. There is only one P, atomic weight of phosphorus is 31. Magnesium pyrophosphate formula Mg2P2O7, 2 Mgs are equal to 48, 2 phosphorus are equal to 62, 7 Os are equal to 112. What is the molecular weight of magnesium pyrophosphate? 222. Now, what is the formula to find the percentage of phosphorus if I got X grams of magnesium pyrophosphate from W grams organic compound? What is the formula, sir? Percentage of phosphorus is equal to, sir, all the phosphorus in organic compound is converted to magnesium pyrophosphate. First, you take the organic compound, you digest it with nitric acid, and then you add sodium hydrogen. You add magnesium hydrogen sulfate. Then you get magnesium pyrophosphate. Don't worry. All the phosphorus is converted to magnesium pyrophosphate of molecular formula 222. Each molecular formula 222 has 62 grams of phosphorus. Now the formula to find percentage of phosphorus is equal to, can you work out, sir? Hello?
62 by 222 into
Yes, sir. 62 by 222 into
into
X grams
G
of pyrophosphate by
by
W
weight
into
of
100.
100.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Similarly, if it is converted to ammonium phosphomolybdate, percentage of phosphorus is 31 divided by 1877 into weight of magnesium ammonium phosphomolybdate by W into 100. So the same pattern. So now summary. Organic compounds can have different elements like carbon, hydrogen, you can have nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, sulfur, phosphorus. In a Liebig method, carbon and hydrogen are converted to CO2 or H2O. In a Dumas method, nitrogen is converted to N2, or in Jaldal method, it is converted to ammonia. In Carrier's method, ClBrI are converted to AgCl, AgBr, AgI. In Carrier's method, sulfur is converted to barium sulfate. And in Carrier's method, phosphorus is converted to Mg to P2O7. From the knowledge of weights of these compounds, say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, the weights of these compounds formed from W grams of organic compound, I can find a percentage of all these elements using simple formulae. Now let us check whether we can apply this really. Let us quickly check. Sir, you are checking my screen. Let us look at this problem, sir. I'm taking you to a simple problem. Discuss the principle of estimating halogen, sulfur, and phosphorus present in organic compound. Estimation of halogen, it involves oxidizing organic substance with fuming nitric acid in the presence of silver nitrate. Halogen of the substance is thus converted into silver halide. Percentage of halogen is equal to atomic weight of halogen, say chlorine 35.5, divided molecular weight of silver chloride 143.5 into weight of AgCl you got divided by W into 100. Similarly, percentage of sulfur is equal to 32 weight of sulfur by molecular weight of barium sulfate into weight of barium sulfate you got divided by weight of organic compound into 100. Similarly, percentage of phosphorus is equal to atomic weight of phosphorus 31 divided by weight of ammonium phosphomolybdate 1877 into weight of ammonium phosphomolybdate you got divided by weight of organic compound into 100. Molecular formula ammonium phosphomolybdate is NH4 take a thrice PO4 12MO3 1877. Sometimes phosphorus is estimated as magnesium pyrophosphate Mg2P2O7. Then percentage of phosphorus is 62 by molecular weight of pyrophosphate into weight of pyrophosphate you got divided by W into 100. Now let us apply this actually in solving a problem. Look at this problem, sir. All of you look at this problem. Are you able to look at my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at this.
Yes, sir.
This is a complicated back calculation from percentage. You are trying to find the mass of CO2 produced. If you are given mass of CO2, you can find percentage. This is a back calculation. Normally, we find percentage from weight of CO2. This time, in this problem, they gave percentage and ask you to find mass of CO2. Look at these two problems. Sir, could they make any sense to you, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Understood.
Yes, sir.
Now let us look at next problem. This is a very standard problem. 0.5 grams of organic compound was gelidolized. The ammonia evolved was passed into 50 centimeter cube of 1 normal H2SO4. This is called back titration. I will explain it to you later, back titration, in the Monday class. Now let us not do it because back titration is an interesting IIT challenging problem which we discuss tomorrow. You look at question number 34. Sir, this problem solution, is it making any sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at question number 35, sir. All of you please copy down this link and you look at answers to all questions from NCRT in this topic. I want you to practice that randomly and try to solve problems also. This is the link.
Sir, link.
You can see it. Please take a screenshot. Learn CBSE. Okay? Every chapter solution it has. You can take any link, you can type for solutions for NCRT, 11th class, chapter 12. But try to see all the problems and so I'm not able to take class tomorrow and after tomorrow because I feel extremely tired. So Monday I will be taking, I think I will be in good health by Monday.
Sir, what happened to you?
I got COVID-19 and I became so sick. And my wife also got the same problem because it is highly contagious. And unfortunately, I have gone to Delhi to see off my daughter going to Toronto. So in Delhi airport, we got contacted probably with this problem. Therefore, we all had a setback and this left a lot of weakness. Therefore, I will not be able to take your class tomorrow and after tomorrow, I will be taking only on Monday. But I have completed this topic. You read the solutions and read the NCRT.
What is
Okay,
portion?
sir? Portion for what? For
Weekend
final
exam,
exam.
sir. Weekend exam.
About exam, I did not think let the exam be only in physical chemistry or you want me to include this part?
We will write in physical chemistry only, sir.
You take only in physical chemistry, but you read this lesson.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We will read this.
Sir,
Have
next
you
on
understood
example.
this? Do you feel this discussion is useful today?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
include
And
inorganic, sir, as
Sir,
block A, block
sir,
1.
sir, I try to include simple things if possible. Please notice, I don't know whether I can do it or not depending on my energies. Please notice, I have sent one YouTube link. You watch that video 2-3 times without fail. All of you do watch that. The
Okay,
same
sir.
thing I
Okay,
explained
sir.
there.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I am closing my class. We will be meeting again on Monday. God bless you. Bye bye.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Sir, how is your health now, sir?
Only I have extreme weakness and I am feeling tired in speaking. Otherwise, I have no fever, nothing. Everything is cured.
Yes, sir. Hope you
Okay, Monday
recover
we will
soon.
meet.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. God bless you,
Hope you
children.
recover
Bye
well,
bye.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Bye bye.